Did you see Juan Soto's contract with the
Oh
New York
my
Mets?
God, dude.
Okay, so we're talking $765 million over, I believe it's 15 years. The top 10 career earnings in the PGA Tour history combined. That's Tiger, Phil, Rory, DJ, Scotty Scheffler, Stuart Sink.
Sink, yeah.
I don't know if that's him or not. Vijay Singh, Justin Rose, Adam Scott, and Justin Thomas combined. That's 10 golfers combined career earnings, which is only $30 million over Juan Soto's new contract.
Jesus.
That's fucking insane.
What I don't understand is do baseball players get paid so much because they have so many games that are watched? Because like if you look at the attendance, those games, not every game's filled up.
Correct. Yeah. And
it's just because there's so many games, it makes up for that. They're not selling out the stadium every game.
Obviously like the TV deals and all that type of stuff with the MLB, that all factors into it too.
I feel like those deals can't be as high as like an NFL deal because like you can't watch the Twins last year unless you have Bally Sports, which is just like a random subscription, which I can't imagine Bally's paying as much as like Fox would.
Now, I also want to say it's because baseball is more worldwide. Like baseball is huge in Japan and other countries like that, to where
it's getting watched.
It's kind of like the NBA. Like the NBA.
Yeah.
Like China is a big, a lot of the money in the NBA comes from China, viewership, memorabilia sales, all that type of stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Because I always compare everything to football, right?
Yeah. And football's not as worldwide.
Yeah, it's pretty localized. Like, yeah, there's football fans in the UK, and so we had an Australian football fan call into Bellied Up.
Yeah.
He wants a team. He doesn't know which team he wants to support.
Oh, so he doesn't really know much. Does he know?
He just watches the NFL and he's like, I need a team. I'm tired of just watching it.
Sure.
And so I'm not going to be on the podcast, but I really hope he ends up suffering as a Vikings fan with us. Because it's a really good year for him to get super excited and for us to get slammed in the NFC Championship.
They'll sewer him. Charlie and Miles will sewer him somehow.
Charlie's going to do everything in his power to make him a Packer fan.
That makes sense. But also the Packers, one Super Bowl in the last
20 years, 2009, it's /10.
Yeah. And before that, they won wasn't it like the World Championship?
No, they won. Brett Favre has one. I don't remember what year, mid-90s.
Yep.
And then before that, they had a couple other ones.
Rodgers has one.
Roger has the one in 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Or is it 10, 11?
10, 11, because 09, 10 was the Saints.
Yeah, it was the Favre year.
Bitches.
Regardless.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, but the Packers aren't as fucking prestigious as they think they are.
No.
More so in the golf world. Obviously, it is time for golf to start spicing things up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to happen last year, but the TGL, what is it? Is it the Tiger Golf League?
Nailed it.
Looking back on it now, it's pretty wild that they had to postpone the entire season of this brand new indoor, crazy graphics and entertainment facility because it collapsed damn near like the Metrodome did however many years ago.
I guess I forgot about that. I'm sure we talked about it, but I don't remember that. Huh.
Yeah, it was wasn't it like a bubble? It was some sort of bubble that I want to say went full Metrodome on us and they had to make huge repairs to it. So now the TGL is back for, I want to say it starts in 2025. But after being postponed for over a year, we just watched a video on it, and simulator golf can be made pretty cool. And simulator golf has taken a lot of strides in the last couple of years with the
technology.
Technology, yeah, with the hitting mats being able to go up and down to account for slope, different hitting mats that are able to transition from fairway to rough to sand-ish style of shot. But now, even just seeing the screen that the TGL players will be hitting into, can you look up how big the screen actually is? Dude, because I want to say it's like 60 yards long.
It looks like an NFL Jumbotron.
Yes. It's
an entire wall of a stadium.
So I wonder what the there's got to be seating capacity in this place.
Yeah, there was bleachers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a live event.
Okay. Virtual holes projected onto a 64 by 53 screen.
Holy shit. Can you look up
like a regular it's 24 times larger than the standard golf simulator screen, which would be 16 by 9.
Can you look up what a NFL Jumbotron is?
What were the dimensions of the TGL?
60 by 54
feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy smokes.
Not inch, sorry. Feet.
Yeah. Yep.
Average.
Yeah, it's
NFL.
just a fucking 60-inch TV.
Yeah, because like the Cowboys. Yeah. What do we got?
160 feet by 72 feet.
Okay.
That's the Cowboys. That's
the biggest one in the league.
One, yeah.
Okay. So it's probably the size of some smaller NFL Jumbotrons.
But it says that I'm reading here that says like large Jumbotrons are it just says 50 feet and up. And that's like large, it says large stadiums. So I would say that it's pretty damn close to like I would say like college stadium Jumbotrons.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what would be really fucking sweet? And I don't even know if this is probably not even possible. But with the creation of the Sphere in Las Vegas, they held a UFC event at the Sphere.
Yep.
UFC, was it UFC 300?
No idea.
301? I should know that. If they had an indoor, like a match or some sort of, it would probably only have to be a match because it's fucking expensive to get into the Sphere. If they had a match at the Sphere simulator style with like Tiger against Phil or...
Dude, the TGL, if this takes off and people end up caring about it, they'll absolutely go on tour and it'll become a chain thing.
You think it'll be traveling?
Yeah.
Because right now it's in Florida.
Yep.
Which makes sense. It's Tiger Woods' creation.
And it might not be traveling. It could end up being some sort of AFC, NFC situation where you got a TGL West Coast. And then they play each other a couple times a year. They go back and forth. I don't know. I mean, just having it in one spot, I think is the testing ground.
Sure.
Like, why not? Why wouldn't he want to franchise it out?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
like make it bigger. It's Tiger. He wants it to be bigger. He doesn't want it to stay this little thing, I don't think.
Or it's like,
I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong, but why wouldn't they?
There's two sides to look at it. Like the exclusiveness of one location. So like if you want to go to an event, you have to go to this one location. I'm sure like the technology and all that type of stuff isn't, I mean, if they can figure out how to like put up and tear down like WWE sets and UFC sets in like a matter of days, they should be able to put up and take down some sort of set for this TGL league.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they absolutely can. Dude, the fucking NDSU, the Fargo Dome, the night before a football game had monster trucks in there.
Yeah.
And if...
that's very true. How can you make a monster truck track?
There's dirt ramps built in there, and then the next day they're playing football less than 12 hours later, so they could absolutely pull it off.
Yeah, and then the next day they have and then fucking 50,000-pound elephants. I don't know how much an elephant weighs, but they have elephants walking around, tigers and shit like that for the circus.
Yeah, and then the day after that, they've got fucking Hairball in there.
Yeah, and then the day after that,
concerts.
They got a fucking Blippi comes through on tour.
Then Paw Patrol Live. I went to that. It was awful.
Oh, I believe it.
Paw Patrol Live was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Yeah. Speaking of Paw Patrol, this is so off topic, but my kid broke his leg this last weekend.
Hey, welcome to the club, buddy.
Damn near the same injury that you had, except his was higher on the leg, yours was lower. We've watched more of those types of shows at my house within the last 3 days than we ever have at our house ever in his whole life. Because we just like, we don't really.
You can't play with him. Like you can, but it's like, you can't play fucking cards with your 2-year-old.
No, exactly. He's been doing some puzzles and he likes Play-Doh, whatever.
Yeah, it gets old after a while.
So what I've been telling him lately is like if it's Monday night and I want to watch football, I'm like, God, the only channel we get right now is Monday Night Football. Everything else, all the other channels are charging up.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so we're either charging up the other channels, or if the TV's not on in general and he wants to watch something, instead I'll like divert to like some toys or play with him, whatever. Be like, God, yeah, the entire TV's got to charge up overnight. So maybe tomorrow morning, eventually because he doesn't really remember like the next morning to ask if it's charged again. So he's gonna realize that eventually.
Yeah,
like, hey, we got it. That thing's been fucking charging for 2 weeks.
It was really dead.
It was just, we've watched that much Bluey in the last couple days that it's got to charge for weeks.
Yeah, my move is like, hey, Paw Patrol, they need to sleep too.
Yeah, oh yeah, puppies are sleeping.
You can't watch them right now. Rubble's taking a nap.
See, I don't even know. I have to ask my kid because he watches these shows at daycare. I have to ask him who these characters are. I don't know.
Big fan of Chase.
Chase is fine. I'm a big Zuma guy.
Okay.
Zuma's underrated, and so is Rocky.
You know what TGL needs to do? They need to now, I don't know if like NFL, like the Nickelodeon style of stream has really caught on mainstream in the NFL. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, dude.
I think it makes for good little clips of like they'll blow up on Twitter or whatever. Like there was a clip because they did it again recently. It was like the Monday night game or the Sunday night game. They did it. It was like they threw like in like are you talking about like where like they
throw the slime
live? No, they did like a live variation of the game with like cartoon characters.
Yeah, I watched it.
And
like it was funny. Jamar Chase sized somebody up, and they put him as like a Simpsons character. So he's just like sizing somebody up as like it's funny.
Okay, so it was the last week of regular season in fantasy football, and my wife is in a win and in situation for the playoffs. We just moved to the country in the middle of nowhere. Our antenna doesn't work. Mm-hmm. It's too far out for the antenna to work. We don't have the correct streaming services right now to watch football. We do have ESPN Plus in some sort of bundle. And the only broadcast on ESPN Plus for the night game
Spanish
was the Simpsons simulated broadcast. So we watched the entire second half of the Bengals game as Bart versus Homer. It was Bengals and who? Cowboys,
yeah.
The Cowboys were Homer and Bart. All 11 players were Bart Simpson for the Bengals, and all 11 players were Homer.
That's wild.
For the Cowboys. And that's how we watched. So we just had to wait for the announcers when fucking Bart would catch a pass. We're like, was it T. Higgins? Did you get a point? I have no idea. You have to wait for the dude. And the announcers took it way too seriously. It was.
Who were the announcers?
I have no clue.
Okay,
Some randoms.
Okay.
And then they would talk about how T. Higgins having a great day, and they'd be like, "Excuse me, Bart's having a great day."
Can you imagine? And I don't even know if this is the case, but can you imagine, like, say they were doing this for a Vikings game, like Paul Allen's up in the booth, sitting next to like the Simpsons color commentator, and what the interactions between those two would be, because Paul Allen, one of the greatest PAs out there, quite literally. Mm-hmm. The greatest PA, but one of the greatest PAs, sitting next to this like childish, like whole different atmosphere type of deal. I don't know. It just seems weird.
Dude, those broadcasts though, I know they exist. I've never actually watched one before. I won't again. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the point of it is. Who's watching that?
I think it just is supposed to cater to kids just a little bit.
My kids would rather watch actual football
or cartoons. They don't like. You don't want the combo of both.
Right.
Why am I cool with my kid watching a cartoon sporting event, but like I want to just hold off as long as possible for like these other just straight cartoon shows?
That's a question that only you can answer.
Is it because I think like sports isn't just mindless television that you sit down and watch, kind of like cartoons is?
Hey, if you get the right cartoons, there's a lot of good lessons in there.
That's true. That's true. And because that's what I'm thinking about sports is like, I guess you don't really understand the lessons in sports until you actually play them.
For sure.
Yeah.
Versus just watching them.
You got to be selective with what cartoons you let your kid watch, because there's some out there that are fucking terrible.
Oh, I believe it.
Stay as far away from Peppa Pig as possible.
Yeah, we don't.
She is a brat. And if you let them watch that, your kids will be a brat.
Okay, good to know. Back to TGL.
TGL, do not ever do a cartoon broadcast.
Okay.
Terrible.
Okay. I wonder, like, out of curiosity, what ticket prices are. Can you buy season tickets as like for the TGL league? I know we went through a lot of the details, but I'm curious to reread into the details of, is it teams? Is it individual? Are there rotating players week to week, or is it the same cast throughout? Maybe we should take a quick break. We'll dig into some TGL stuff, and then
we had homework for this week.
We had homework. We follow again. I mean, I think this is the second or third week in a row that we have followed through with something that we said we're going to do.
2/3 of us followed through.
This is how I got through high school, was doing my homework
the morning
10 minutes before class. So,
yeah, I
graduated. So
it's true.
College, it had to be different.
Well, graduating from this podcast means you're not on it, so you don't want to graduate.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I'm not going to do my homework then.
All right, we'll be right back.
First note on the TGL, we already got something wrong in this podcast. It stands for Tomorrow's Golf League.
Fuck. Yeah, interchangeable. Tigers Golf League. I mean, that's just a little too generic. Yeah. Or like almost like narcissistic.
Yeah.
Tigers Golf League. I mean, whatever. I mean, why not use the name for branding?
Big miss.
Okay, so just real quick, the format of the TGL is coming in January 2025. The format, TGL teams will be playing 15 holes of golf each match. 15 holes of golf, kind of odd number.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it though. 15 holes are divided into 2 sessions. 9 holes of triples, which is 3v3 alternate shot, and 6 holes of singles, which is head-to-head play. Now the teams for the TGL kind of like live a little bit. Atlanta Drive GC, Boston Common Golf, Jupiter Links Golf Club, Los Angeles Golf Club, New York Golf Club, and the Bay Golf Club.
Okay.
So not as.
So there we go. We already have the bones for a TGL in every one of those cities where you travel around.
Boom. There we go. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely going to tune. It's one of those things where you'll tune in the first week, and that will make or break whether anyone tunes in on week
again.
2. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Homework for this week.
Hold on. I have one more a couple more fun facts. I just looked up a list of fun facts. The only thing that I give a shit about, they have a thing called the hammer.
Okay.
For each match, on any hole, teams can choose to use the hammer to add an extra point to their score.
Oh.
Once a team uses the hammer, it passes to the other team. So you could get the hammer. It's kind of
like jump ball.
Yeah, get the hammer, hold the hammer. And then unless you really need it, then you use it, but then the other team can use it.
Yeah, so like if you're up, if you're winning, you do not want to use the hammer, I'm assuming. Because then it passes over to the other team.
Unless there's like you have X amount of holes to use it before it passes.
Can it be used back to back then? So like if you use it and
just
then
nullify it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if
there's probably some rule against that, but
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Fucking drop the hammer on them. I'm sure they got some crazy graphic.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Or like the stadium shakes or something.
Like some smoke.
It's going to be like a coach challenging a play. Everyone's just going to waiting for them to drop the hammer.
Yeah, stadium starts shaking and the roof collapses again.
Yeah. Okay. Homework
for this week. It'd be kind of amazing if we were able to pull all of the different golf ideas, whether that's a tangible invention or intangible, like a piece of something. If we were able to pull all those from all of our episodes, what that list would look like, because there has been a lot of them.
Yes, and I would say we're batting 99% of they've already been invented.
Correct. Even swinger golf, which went crazy viral. 15 to 30 guys in their mom's basement already had this thing created. And guys, they could get it done in 6 hours. It's okay. Anyway. So we had homework this week. We wanted to come to the podcast today with golf ideas that to us we think are original.
Yes.
Something that's never been done before, that we would like to see out on the course, during play, whatever, you name it, at the clubhouse, it doesn't matter. Anything golf related that we think is an original idea, we brought them to the podcast today. And my first original golf idea is the ability to send messages from one cart to the other via the touchscreen.
Hell yeah. I dig that.
It's like, instead of, now this probably would cause, this would lead into verbal altercations, I'm assuming. But when you have, like, let's say the group behind you is just, the hardos of hardo pace of play guys, and they're sending messages to you back and forth, or you're sending messages to them like, hey, would you fucking cool it on my tail back there? Like, we have a guy who, this is his second time golfing. He's getting married tomorrow, or he's having a baby next week. So we want to get him out and have a good time before that happens.
No, I like this because I have one that's like basically speed signage that you would put on your cart, like letting people know if you're slow, if you're fast, if you're in the middle. But this is way better. So if I'm a slow group and I know there's people on my ass, and I can just send them a quick message like, please feel free to play through.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Then there's absolutely no pressure on them wanting to play through.
Sure.
They don't have to worry about that awkward conversation.
Yep.
And they can be like, nope, taking my time today. No worries at all. Everybody feels more comfortable.
Yeah. That's a great way to look at it.
Because initially when you said this, I'm like, this is awesome for me to talk shit to my buddies if they're in a different group in front of me, like at a bachelor party. But then I realized I have this thing in my hands that could already do that. So that's a good way to communicate with other golfers, especially to communicate about like your pace of play or issues on the course, stuff like that. You can message the clubhouse.
Yeah. Hey, you forgot your wedge on the last hole.
Yep.
I'll have it up on number 14 for you.
Hey, did you forget a wedge? If not, then you just hold on to it and give it to the clubhouse. You don't have to chase after them and ask them.
Yep. No, I think it's I don't know. I think it's a great idea.
And it's got to be totally capable, right?
Fuck,
why wouldn't it be?
If you can, like,
if it's got GPS in it, it can send a message.
If you can map out the boundaries of a golf course and have your cart slow down in spots you're not supposed to go, I'm pretty sure you should be able to send messages back and forth.
Yeah, I'm totally with it. You could also, I'm sure it would say what cart it came from, but you could like sneakily chirp random dudes.
Oh yeah. Hey, fuck. Hey, I'd like to see you hit that shot twice in a row.
Haven't you played that hole already?
It definitely eliminates the weird moment where you don't know if they're making eye contact with you to tell them that they can play through, or they tell you that you can play through. If you're looking at somebody 100 yards away,
bless you.
Bless me. If you're looking at someone 100 yards away, you're like, are they looking at me? Should I like start waving my hand? If I wave my hand and they're not looking, I look like an idiot. Yeah, this kind of solves those problems.
Yeah, you just like, you look ahead. We got to make the numbers on the carts bigger. But you see, you got cart 45 in front of you. You send them a message, be like, can I play through? If not, that's totally okay. Because that Midwesterners can't just ask a question. We have to make sure that the person knows if they say no, we won't be mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even to like prevent, if a course wanted to prevent like shit talking through these messages, they could also do like just have preset commands. Like, can I play through? Like, did you find it? Like, just like,
is this still available?
Yeah. Is this still available?
No, you're totally right. Yeah, they could start that way. Super easy. Tap to text. And then you could have the custom message and then just have a banned list of words,
Yep. Just like any sort of like video game.
Yep.
When you're trying to type stuff, it's like there's a banned list of words. So they can do that in a little chat room thing too.
Some guy sends a message in my car like, hey, did you happen to find a Titleist Pro V1 in the middle of the fairway on the last hole? God, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
My ball was way over in the rough. I didn't even sift the middle of the fairway. So fuck. Okay,
that's such a long text for you to be typing on that thing.
Grab that ball and put it in my bag right now.
Send voice messages.
Yeah, voice messages is the next evolution of this. Yeah. But let's get the text thing down first.
Yeah,
I like this one. That was a good one, right? Okay. And I don't think it exists. But it should exist because the course can send us messages like you're too close to the cart path, or too far off the cart path.
Yep.
I got a couple. I had that one with the speed signage, but yours idea is a better version of that. So my next one is very, very simple, and I don't think it exists. It is some sort of apparatus you can clip onto your putter, or maybe your putter cover that holds your ball marker, your divot tool. Because I always forget that shit when I go up to the green and I end up fixing a pitch mark with my tee, or I'm marking it with a fucking chunk of a leaf that's on the green. Because I don't like having it all in my pocket because it's bulky and I'm a head case. So it fucks with my swing in my head if I got a bunch of crap in my pocket. And so it's something you just clip on it, and that's the club that's going to hinder it the least if there's a little clip on there, or you can put it in the back of your grip. Whatever.
Yeah, just the putter cover.
Yeah.
Like the putter, you're probably going to bring your putter cover. At least you have to grab your putter cover and take it off of your putter.
Right.
Before you go to every green.
Yep.
So, I think I'm like Ofer when it comes to having divot fixer and ball marker on the first hole of every single course.
Yeah, no chance.
I am Ofer.
If it's ever going to make it to the green, it is for sure at hole 2 or further.
Absolutely. It's usually hole 3 or 4.
Yeah, because I have to have hit the green from far enough distance to create a divot to even notice I don't have it in my pocket.
Yep, exactly.
My whole thing is like I'll have it in my pocket, but then I'll forget that it's in my pocket, and then I'll take it home inside and then it's inside for 2 weeks, and then I keep forgetting it, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta bring it. So then I eventually bring it back, but then I miss however many rounds of just not having my divot tool or ball marker. So
it's just like chapstick. It's like when you take your truck chapstick or even your golf bag chapstick out, you forget it in your pocket after a round of golf, and you bring it, runs through the washer, or you put it on your nightstand. That's gone.
You have the most chapstick out of all of my friends.
And the funny thing is, I never have chapstick on me.
Because you always are moving it.
Well, it's like in weird places. Right now, I have 2 sticks of it on my dresser.
You at least think about chapstick more than any of my friends.
Especially this time of year. My lips get dry.
Have you finished one before?
Never.
Okay.
No.
I don't know if anybody ever has.
I don't use it. I don't use it enough. I maybe use chapstick. I'll maybe use chapstick once a week. And I have them all over the place. But when you need chapstick, you fucking need chapstick.
That's true.
It's like when you need deodorant, you need deodorant. That's why I keep one at work. I keep one at home. I keep one in my traveling toiletry bag. Gotta have it. That's a good one.
If I had to guess, though, I mean, it's way more likely that already exists than yours.
You could probably home make that, honestly.
Yeah, and I purposely didn't look any of these up because I'm going to let the viewers let me know, because everyone loves telling me when I'm wrong. So I'm just going to give you what you want.
We did not research any of these.
Not even a little bit.
Dome. All right, Mr. 10 Minute.
So I don't have intangibles when it comes to creating this, but I think a sort of like a golf tee that works as like a magnet to a golf ball, where there's some form of magnet in the tip of the tee, so the ball never just rolls off, or if there's any sort of wind, it's not moving, or if you just slightly tap it, it doesn't move. But it's still when you get it with enough power, it's still going to take off just like it would.
So the biggest issue with this, yes, this is convenient.
Friction.
Is every single golf tee designer is trying to make it so that it's the least amount of contact. Right. And this increases contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big, if I was a shark, no, I'm out.
Okay.
Because golfers aren't buying that.
That's okay.
I'm trying to think of how you can maybe workshop it into another aspect.
Or what if the tee was how when you're swing, How many tees do you guys go through in a round? You're just broken, or you lose them, they fly behind you or whatever?
2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah, the plastic.
That's
if I'm going plastics, 2 or 3.
Maybe there's a way to put like the magnet in the middle of the tee and like it's connected like by I don't know, something. And all right, just scratch that idea. It's bullshit.
It would be great. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
Nope.
We can't increase the amount of grip the tee has on the ball. No one will buy it. Now, everybody wants the least grippy tee.
And what would be ideal is like like in the sports card world, right? They have little sports card displays for cased sports cards that will float in the air.
Yeah.
Something with a tee where your ball could float over the top of it, and then there's zero friction. Because have you seen like
dude, you get a little fucking high powered vacuum.
Yeah.
The ball is just kind of floating there.
Yeah, have you seen the sports card displays where it just floats in the air and sometimes they like spin around?
There's like shoe ones too, where like yeah, that'd be cool.
Like that'd be a $50 tee.
The no tee system. Yeah.
That'd be a $50 tee, and actually might help me because the ball would be moving. I might actually hit the center of the club face one time.
Yeah, probably.
I might get really lucky and hit the ball at the perfect movement, actually get it in the damn club face.
You know, a weird thought that goes through my mind, or just like an observation I have. You know how like Bryson DeChambeau, he floats his driver head before he hits the ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that I could float my club, hover it over the ground before hitting the ball. It has to be laying stagnant on the ground before I hit.
I don't know what I do. I can't think of it now that you said it.
Weird observation. Anyway.
What else you got? Anything?
Okay. So this next, to me, original golf idea is a more advanced ball retriever that's going to increase your odds for volume, because we're volume guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tyler, you got the ball retriever.
Yep.
And it has the little the little cup on the end of it. But if you had a ball retriever that you could shoot like a small net style deal out of the end of it, kind of like an umbrella, to where you hit a button and it obviously it flares out. Something like that with a ball retriever where it can deploy a net, so then you can drag it across the bottom of a pond, increase the volume game. What's wrong with it?
You're going to get too many rocks.
You think there's rocks in
You're going to be picking up all sorts of random shit. That's why they make the cup the perfect size of the golf ball. Because then they have holes in the bottom, so that if you get something too small, it falls through the hole. The only thing that can fit in that is a golf ball.
See, I think I'm okay with that though.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. When you were started this, I thought you were going to say, like old people that can't bend over and shit have the gun claw thing to pick stuff up.
Yep.
I would like one of those, so I don't have to try to scoop it.
Okay. I like that as well.
You don't get the volume that you're looking for, but you do get a little more control, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I look at crabbers, people who go crabbing, when they deploy a net to go fishing. Like,
I thought you were talking about Miles crabbers.
When you deploy a net trying to catch crab or lobster, whatever, or just fish, you pick up a hell of a lot more stuff than you do just fish.
Hey, who knows? You might get something cool.
You might find a Rolex or something.
I'm fully into magnet fishing TikTok, which I would love to start doing.
Yeah.
And they pull all sorts of cool shit. So maybe, fuck it, throw that in there. We found a pin, the whole golf flag in the pond one time.
You never know what you're going to find. Is plastic, does like plastic bond with anything?
Not in a magnet style,
sure.
No. Especially, and also definitely not when wet.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not. Water is probably going to kill all that.
More than likely.
I have no idea.
I mean, the plastic cannot be magnetized in any way as far as my knowledge goes.
No. God, yeah. Deployable net on the end of a ball retriever. I mean, you still have your cup feature to where if you just grab a little guy off the shore.
Just swapping implements.
Yeah. I wonder if that was a thing, like how, like number one, would it work? And number two, like I don't know, you'd need some sort of weight so it sinks to the bottom.
Well, I think you just put it on the end of it. It's like a fishing net almost.
Yeah.
Almost with like a strainer situation rather than a full open net.
Sure. Okay. A fishing net that is like, okay. So, like the structure of a fishing net is in like an oval shape.
Mm-hmm.
Like the middle of that oval, those two pieces can like break apart, and then it can like, you can bring it back into just a straight stick to.
Yeah. Yep. I dig.
Don't mind that at all.
Oh,
fuck. Okay. All right.
My last one probably fucking exists, but I was thinking about people talking like you got all these shot tracer apps and stuff like that. Ray-Ban and Google both have smart glasses.
Yep.
Why not shot tracer glasses? The tech's going to be there eventually where they can pick the ball out of the sky. You hit your shot, you look up, you're watching the ball. The sun is blaring in your eyes. You can't see shit because it's early morning tea time, and it gives you a nice line.
Yeah, Grandpa would. Our grandpas would hate that, because then the whole make sure you keep your head down when you hit it it's out the window for
No,
them.
you can still keep your head down. You keep your head down, and then when you look up, it finds the ball.
Sure.
And marks it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the tech's going to be there. If it's not there already, soon.
I mean, they have glasses like the Snapchat glasses,
right?
Or whatever that can record straight to Snapchat.
Yeah. So Ray-Ban has smart glasses that you can do. You can watch Facebook videos. You can film videos. You can. They tried to sell me on them last time I got a pair of glasses, and I'm like, I'm not.
How much are they?
Fucking like $1,000.
I mean, iPhone.
Yeah.
Price of an iPhone.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm good.
Wild.
Thank you though.
That would be sweet. Because they have the GPS balls.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to buy some that one time.
They have RFID chips in them.
Yeah, I don't know. They come from the UK or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I was able. I think they were like either out of stock or discontinued.
Yeah.
If that goes in the water, you ain't getting that back.
Wasted it.
But the shot tracer, at least, like, it gives you a hell of a lot better chance of finding your ball with just a regular golf ball.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes like perfectly cloudy out, same color as your ball. You just lose it. You just lose your ball in the sky sometimes.
Yeah.
And your buddies might not have been watching. At least you have an idea of where to start.
Or if you're playing solo, there's been many, like I'd say every solo round that I've played, which, 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
They're always early morning.
Right.
And there's always a few holes I'm hitting directly into the sun. So I have to go purely based off feel.
Hole 1, Osgood in the morning. It's facing directly east. And the sun is just barely over the houses and right in your face. And if you don't hit something low or hit something perfectly pure, it's a huge fairway. And also a shit ton of fescue on if you're like me and you still miss the giant fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Your ball could be anywhere.
And if there's no trees around Osgood, so you don't have the indication of like, okay, this one did go in the trees to the left.
Yep.
I
don't know. I think it's something that could happen.
I would buy those. I'm not a huge fan of playing golf with sunglasses on.
Yeah,
my depth perception.
I would prefer like my glasses. I can golf with my. I don't love it, but if it's an advantage somehow, I would do it.
Now, like I can go pheasant hunting or duck hunting with like shooting glasses on.
Really?
Well, yeah, like the pheasant hunt we went on last weekend, everyone wears glasses just for safety reasons.
I don't think I did.
But those fit.
We went.
They fit snug to your face. So, and there's no rim on them, so it doesn't screw up your peripherals or anything.
Huh? I don't like that. Like I can't hunt with my glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It don't bother me. I mean, I shot probably 85-90%. So
not to fucking brag, dude.
No. Do you got 2, Noah? Did you come up with?
I have 2 more. Yeah.
Wow. Rattle them off, my guy.
Let's go.
One of them was, and I have no idea if these exist, of course, but my next one is retractable golf spikes. So maybe they just have like a dial on the side, or something like that.
Like
and you can adjust
like the pumps.
Yeah. So
that's a pretty fucking good idea.
You could adjust. You could adjust like length of them. Like maybe it's raining and you need, or it just rained, it's wet. You need more a little bit more, and maybe you want a little bit less. Maybe you want none. You could drive to the course in your golf shoes, just pull them all the way back. And
and you're not slipping if they have a hardwood floor in the clubhouse, you're not slipping all over.
Right. And then you're not dulling them out either, walking on like the cart path.
Walking from your truck to the clubhouse.
Anywhere. Yeah. So
I like this a lot, actually.
And instead of like maybe, I know that like in football cleats, like you can unscrew, like they have the detachable spikes. I don't like that. I like the idea of just being able to pull them in and out.
Yeah, taking the time to unscrew your spikes is an absolute pain in the ass.
So, okay, I got my shoe out for visual. Maybe for like each spike obviously fits into the sole flush. And then you can like pull that, you can pull like each individual spike out. And then there's a channel that you can move it up, like you move it across the channel and then it locks in to where it's outside of the sole.
No, that's too complicated. I like his dial. It just goes in and out.
There's a lot of shit to,
It would, the sole of the shoe might be just a little bit thicker than your average.
Yeah, but realistically, how long do you need the spike to
That's
be?
the thing, especially in like golf spikes, they're not very big.
Yeah. Like
just the idea, just like having like the like little system in there that would push them out might take up a little bit more space, maybe.
I think you would only need like 1/2 inch soles, because who needs spikes that are longer than 1/2 inch?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm workshopping this in my brain.
I dig this idea.
I do too.
I think there's a market because there's shoes where you have the dial to tighten them up.
Yep.
There's the pumps. Like, why not have fucking retractable spikes? Good one, Noel.
Thanks.
Jesus.
I call that a rebound from the first.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Down but not out.
Yeah. That's what we like.
Hey, we'll see if you got a winning record after the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because like if you have like my Jordan golf shoes they're just the nubs all the way. Like I mean, those are going to be flattened the next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing too. And then like I feel like it would save you. Like you could probably charge a decent amount for these, and then
but they're going to save you.
They'll save you. You'll probably be able to use them for 2, 3, maybe more years.
Fucking
just a matter of like maybe you have replaceable insoles too. Like you sell those separately, so like you replace those every year instead of buying a whole new set of golf shoes. You know, I don't know.
No, I dig it. Okay, TM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last one I got, this is more of just like, this is a fun, like entertainment style idea, but taking the idea of shake of the day from a bar and having that at the clubhouse to where
shot of the day.
Shot of the day. Or in my mind, it was like, you get one guess. You would guess the amount of strokes that are recorded on the course that day. So it would be like the next day type winner if anyone got it exactly. I mean, there could be, let's say, 542 shots recorded at the course that day. It would be hard enough to guess to where the game would go long enough to make the pot worth, putting in a buck every time you play.
So it'd have to be like the day before, right? Because they have those shots recorded from the day before. Like, do they have to collect everybody's cards to know that number?
See, I don't know.
Maybe when you go to input your like guess or shake of the day, that's when you have to give it's after your round, you give your score and then put it like there's a pot, right? You put in however much, whatever.
You give them $1 in your scorecard and it gets added to it.
Yeah. But to put it in, you have to give them your scorecard for the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it could even be like nobody knows what the total is until the very last tee time is done and submitted. I like that. Buck and a scorecard, your score is recorded. That way no one can like, okay, I'm going to get a 10 on this hole so I can hit the number. The number is not visible anywhere.
Right. And I think you have to do the previous day's stroke count, because if you're the first tee time of the day, you hand in your card, you win.
No, it would be the total stroke count for the entire day. So you'd have every tee time.
I get the first tee time in the morning, I don't find out if I win until the end of the day.
Correct.
Oh. So it's almost like a raffle ticket.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yep.
when we were doing the small town bar tours, we went to this bar in Iowa that you could pay $1 a ball, and this bar is on the river, and you go out the back behind the bar, and there's a little hitting mat, and across on the other side of the river was a little dirt mound they built, put AstroTurf on the dirt mound, and at the top of it, they put like a 5-gallon bucket in a hole, and you $1 a ball, as many shots as you want. If you get it in the bucket, you win the pot.
Okay, that would be sweet. If a clubhouse had had shot of the day hole, right next to the clubhouse, maybe it's like a 80-yard chip shot where you only get one shot.
Yep. You put your $1 in, you take your shot for the day.
Correct.
Got to be a true hole in one.
And it's just it's a golf hole. It's not a 5-gallon bucket. It's a true golf hole.
Totally.
That would be kind of sweet. I mean, you could get that thing up to thousands of dollars before someone made it.
Yeah. You could do treat it like a nursery almost too. Cause like every golf course has a nursery where they grow more chunks of green in fairway and shit.
Yep. Shot of the day.
Yep. Dig. I'm out of ideas.
Okay.
Noah.
My last one is just, I think
you should stop.
You think so?
I know, dude. You can't stop at 500. This is a rubber match here.
Okay.
This is like a gimmick kind of golf invention. And I know like everybody's probably thought of this, but I think it would be funny, like to find a way to implement like a little speaker in a golf ball. One, I think it'd be funny. And like, you can like play, like it's Bluetooth. You can play whatever sounds you want on the ball. So like, I think it'd be hilarious hearing that thing zip down past you, like a fairway across. Yeah. Like that type of sound, but it's playing like the Rattling Bog or something stupid like that. Just.
What is that song? There was a TikTok sound that it was like a car zooming by playing a crazy song. It would be like that.
Yeah. It'd sound exactly like that, even faster. And you'd be like, what the hell? Like it would throw so many people off, like especially if you imagine you're playing that at like a country club or something like that. And like, no one's going to be able to like track you down. Like
there's a practical use for this too. You could have a recording on your phone, just to press a button that has the ball yell for.
True.
And also like when you probably won't, as long as you don't dunk it in the water, you'll probably find that ball again, because you can just keep playing sounds till you find it.
You're going to have to build a real sturdy speaker, but I think this could be fun for a couple shots. This would be really good on like a mini golf course.
Yeah.
It would be really fun on a mini golf course.
Or like maybe a par 3 course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would help you probably find your ball too, because you could just like rip us, like even if it was like
play a siren,
a couple beeps. Yeah, right. It was a couple beeps, like you're in the general area where you thought you hit
style.
It. Kind of, yeah. I mean, the technology going into that would be an expensive gimmick ball, but I think
that's the one you just never ever hit near water.
Or like if you see someone on an adjacent hole, like checking your ball that you know is yours.
Put that down.
To see if that's their ball. Like, yeah. Hey, fuck off.
Yeah, you could do like a live feed.
Put me down
too.
Yeah.
Don't fucking touch me.
And then you get a guy like me, 360 degree rule. Like, you know, someone might think that I took their ball and they come by and hit the sound and it starts playing in my bag. I am fucked.
I would love that.
Oh, it'd be great.
If I was with you and you pick up a ball and then it starts playing music, I would, fingers are right at you. Like, he's got it. It's him.
I haven't performed the 360 degree rule in a long time. Probably a couple months after I talked about it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So I've grown up a little bit.
That's good.
Yep. There's other places to find golf balls I could throw in my bag. So, all right. That's all we got?
Yep. That's all I got.
All right, ladies and gents. Let us know in the comments of the podcast if these are original ideas or not. My favorite one was the retractable spikes.
Me too. I think cramming for the test paid off.
Yes.
I think that's the best, most practical, and most likely of all of our inventions to actually be created.
Agreed. All right, guys, be back again next week. Love you all.
Love you.
Love you.